Odysseus was on the water. His men were alive, fewer than before, but alive. The shore of the Cyclops Island was behind them. He was free. He opened his mouth. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. Here is what happened first. While Polyphemus slept off his first night of human consumption, Odysseus found a large wooden stake in the cave, part of a tree trunk the giant had left there. He sharpened it to a point in the dark and hid it under debris. The next morning, Polyphemus ate 2 more men for breakfast, sealed the cave, and left. Odysseus and his remaining men spent the day hardening the stake's tip in the fire and waiting. That evening, Polyphemus returned and ate 2 more men for dinner. Odysseus then approached him with a bowl of extremely concentrated wine designed to be diluted 20 parts water before anyone drank it, and offered it straight. Polyphemus drank it. He asked for more. He asked Odysseus his name. Odysseus told him his name was Nobody. Polyphemus, charmed by this, announced that his gift to Nobody would be eating him last. Then he passed out. Odysseus and his men drove the heated stake into the giant's eye. Polyphemus screamed loud enough for every Cyclops on the island to hear. The other Cyclopes gathered outside the cave and asked what was wrong. Polyphemus screamed back that nobody was hurting him. Nobody was killing him. The other Cyclopes determined that if nobody was doing anything to him, then he was probably just sick, wished him well, and went back home. Every single one of them. The plan had worked perfectly. In the morning, Polyphemus rolled the boulder away to let his sheep out. He sat at the entrance and felt the back of each animal as it passed, checking for stowaways. Odysseus had already tied each of his remaining men to the underside of a ram, hanging beneath the wool, invisible to the hands checking above. The men crawled out one by one under the flock. Polyphemus felt the backs of his sheep and found nothing unusual. They reached the ships. They loaded the sheep. They pushed off from shore. Then Odysseus, standing on the deck with open water between himself and the island, with his men actively urging him to stay quiet and keep rowing, shouted his real name back at Polyphemus, his actual name, his island, his father's name. The full introduction, delivered at full volume across open water. His men begged him to stop. He kept going. Polyphemus, now with a name, prayed to his father Poseidon. He asked the god of the sea to ensure Odysseus never reached home, or if he did, that he arrived alone, late, on a foreign ship, to find nothing but suffering waiting for him. Poseidon heard every word. This is why. Every storm, every ruined ship, every delay in this entire story traces back to this exact moment on this exact stretch of water. He had the perfect escape. He just needed everyone to know who pulled it off. Next episode, the next disaster. It also starts with a decision his crew disagreed with.